Jarvisbiker. So the date is May 12th. Shush. May the 12th, 2020, and just the temperature rose since I got home, and it's the first trip out since we fixed up this helmet and the listening device on the earpiece. So I wanted to get out and test it, see what was going on, get for a little ride, because we've had crappy weather. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. We're gonna turn on the suit.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Thank you. Alright, we're on the lowest setting on both pants and coat. Relax, SENA.
Fair command.
No, go away. Cancel.
Cancel.
Thank you. Where the hell was I? Alright, so we doctored up that microphone in the earpiece. I can't even feel that earpiece at all. It's not pressing against me at all. So that was a big plus. Carving that out of the earpiece and putting the microphone down in it. If it's working.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Good God, SENA. So putting the earpiece down inside, that's going to work really good. If it's working, it's working. It's going to be fantastic for sound. So I'm really looking forward to hearing the results of this. What else? Oh yeah, so this is the SENA 30K on my helmet. I put it back on.
Failed. Try again later.
Cancel. I put it back on because the this thing's got me all messed up now. She blew away all my memory of what I was talking about. Okay, so I got the 30K on. I did the update that's supposed to make it compatible with the 50S that's come out now, which is another major letdown already before anybody's even bought one. They're just on the people calling the tech support and asking questions, customer service about what
Intercom failed. Try again later.
like, this is freaking stupid. Man, SENA, get a grip. So the tech support's been coming back and saying, okay, so if you've got a 50S and a free wire, the free wire is not compatible with the free wire is not compatible with the 50S. And then I've heard a rumor that it is compatible, but only in Bluetooth mode, not in mesh.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Oh, this is stupid. And yeah, so that's useless to all the GL1800 owners out there from 02 to, well, anybody that's got a free wire. So even
failed. Try again later.
So where was I? They already admit that there's a flaw. You can't use it with the free wire on any brand. So that would be Harley. If you put the Harley free wire on there and you had a 50S, it wouldn't. Now, I'd done the update on this 30K and I thought, oh no. After I heard that, I was like, oh no. So I went out and tried to pair it with the free wire in the bike, and at first it wasn't connecting. I'm like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to flash it back to the old flash, and that's gonna be it. They'll never make an updated flash to. So I thought, oh, these 30Ks are gonna be like you know, a paperweight. So then I realized the Garmin was trying to pair, so I said no to it, and then the FreeWire did pair with the updated 30K. So far that works. Then the other thing that happened was the last time I rode, somehow I bumped the CD button, and the CD player kicked in, but it didn't have a chip in it, so it froze my entertainment system. Couldn't turn the CD off, which is the J&M MP3 player plugged into it. So that thing's a piece of crap too, and it's going. I'm gonna make sure that it actually does work, and then I'm just gonna sell it, and I'm gonna tell them I got tired of it freezing up. If anybody wants to buy it, they can buy it. I'm gonna sell it dirt cheap, but so yeah, so I had to immediately take the side cover off before I left for this video, and undo the ground cable and put it back on to get the thing unfrozen. And the last time it did that, it did it on the Bob Probert ride, and I ended up going in the back and cutting the cable, and still had to remove the battery cable to clear everything up so I could ride. So yeah, so we got that all figured out, got that all done. So that's a little better for everything now. That I'll just take that thing out. I never use it anyway, and now that I've got the MPOW Bluetooth, I'll put that in here and hook it. I've got a Y cable for the auxiliary. I'll just shut the satellite radio off and use the iPod. I got an iPod Touch that I can use now. I've got some ball mounts, new ball mounts coming, and they are, this bolt in here has a ball on the end of it, so you can come off of this one, so I can come off both sides with another ball for another thing. So one of them's going to get the cup holder, and the other one will get the iPod Touch that'll be Bluetooth to the MPOW. Thanks, Rich Grant, for the how-to on all this. So we'll go to the MPOW, which will be co-connected with the satellite radio on the auxiliary, and able to play it through that out to the the entertainment system of the bike, and that saves the Bluetooth connections of the SENAs to phone and GPS and pillion rider. So that's where we are right now. and that's all going to be good. And then I get that J&M piece of crap out of the trunk and get it gone, because that's the second piece of junk I bought off of them, and I don't even look at their website anymore. If I go to a search, Google search for something for a Goldwing and their name comes up, I don't even go there, because it's just been unsuccessful. And the one product I bought, I called them up and I said, hey, this doesn't do what you said it was gonna do, and you know, you said seamless connection, and that's not the truth, and it doesn't work, and I want my money back. And they said, well, if it's still functioning, you just don't like the way it operates, then there's no warranty. So how's that for customer service? You spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on just the duty to get the piece of junk across the border that I'll never get back. And you know, that's what I got. And I was like, okay, that was the tie that got cut right then. Boom. I'll talk shit about those guys every day. Anybody brings it up, I'm on the conversation telling them they got no warranty. Warranty's shit. They won't honor it. They come up with an excuse why, or some little, like they're like a bunch of Philadelphia lawyers trying to get out of it. And it's probably because everybody wants to return their junk. So they got a little scheme on. They're really careful. They're just like SENA with their advertisement. They'll say it works and does all this stuff, but it doesn't do it all at once. It doesn't do it consistently with everything else. So if you've got phone, GPS, pillion rider, audio pack, they don't all work together. They'll tell you that they do. They just tell you it'll hook to it. Well, it'll hook to it, but that's all you can run. You get one or two things and that's it. These things are junk. They're scrap. They don't know what to do. But yet you can take a Cardo system, hook it to their free wire, and have it do everything that you want it to do. Never freezes up, never disconnects. Miles of connectivity in a group with the mesh. And these jokers just, they keep selling their customer this crap and they keep buying it. And it's just like, why are we doing this? I went online the other night after I had all the audio problems. I thought, you know what, I'll just get a freaking SENA with the camera built in, and you know, it'll pick up everything everybody's saying, and you know, we'll convert Nick over to SENA, and that'll be it. We'll just have to put up with it, because I can't go without no audio all the time. So I ordered it, you know, and it was over $500 Canadian. It was extravagant. It was over 600 bucks. But you know, I'd already investigated. I thought, you know, the picture quality's okay. And then I went to a few other websites, a few other YouTube videos, and I watched their review on well, it was the 10C Pro that I was gonna buy. And the only reason I was getting it was because guys had already said that the 10C Evo, the door flap, the power flap doesn't close after about the second time you use it, so it's open to water and everything else. You get caught in the rain, you're gonna have to put the thing away because you can't close the door. And even in their ad, once I got looking at it afterwards, even in their ad, it shows the thing on display, and the actual tab is up. It's not latched down properly. So even the demo that they were using to advertise the piece of crap with the big fancy photographs and everything, it had the door flap that wouldn't close either. So I was like, oh man. So then I went back and looked at the 10C videos and got looking around, and I was like, oh man. Like some of these guys' videos were real. Now it could be the settings, but I'm not a real good photography guy, so I'm just learning as I'm going. But this seemed to be that, yeah, it's pretty jerky. Yeah, they say the stabilization is crap and all that, and so the stabilization was crap. So I got looking at the videos and I went, you know what, they're right. That stabilization isn't that good, and the view isn't as wide. The Evo had a wider picture. It still wasn't as wide as a GoPro, but at least it was 4K and you could use it, and and the stabilization was better. But you know, it had the door flap problem. So I went back online and I sent an email to Fortnite, and I said, hey, you know what, I've been rethinking this and looking at it, and I'd like to cancel my order. They come back the next morning with no problem. It's canceled, don't worry about it, we'll refund your money back to your card and everything's good. And I was like, thank you. And you know, I'd already started thinking about how to fix this system, and I come up with the fix that I used, and so now I'm just waiting to see how this video turns out. Now we did, don't tell the princess, but we did update the computer. So I went to a 7i processor, and it's a sweetheart, and it really seems to work better with the video. So, hey kid. It seemed to be ready, like with the i5 processor, it had, you know, you'd have to load your videos on from the 3 views, right? So the 3 camera chips, you'd load them onto the computer, into the program, get them up on the screen. I'd delete the sound from the other 2 views and just use this microphone. That's a beauty. We need some lake shots here. So I put the software on the computer, and I loaded up old video files that I had, and it was like, I put a ton of them in there just to see how long it took to get everything ready to go, to where it would play the video without herking and jerking and stopping and pausing and carrying on. And in most cases that would take my other computer probably about 20 minutes before it was actually ready to play nice, and I'd be able to that's why you'd see my videos were usually like 2 days later before they'd come out. It was rare, unless it was a real short, 15-minute one or something, that it would render out quickly, and I'd be able to do everything I needed to do with it to get it ready to publish. But this new one, even with that giant file that I put in, it was ready to go in 30 seconds. It was amazing. I was so happy. And it's time out of your life sitting there waiting. It's like the old modem, sitting there watching the wheels spin, so farmer. Turn them grips down a bit. Cooking me paws. A little slippy. a little slippy slip. Yeah, so I got that all sorted out, I think. We'll see when we take this back. It's not going to be a huge long video, but it'll be, you know, just grabbing some footage on a nice evening ride, out chit-chatting away. So now for the COVID stuff. The report is the Hagersville Old Folks Home, apparently they have no new cases, and that everybody is deemed to be okay now for the time being until somebody else gets it. But I did hear that the Townsend Old Folks Home had one case just cropped up just recently, so it finally got in there somehow. How it did, who knows. But so hopefully that those folks are okay and they're safe. I think the place was following the procedures. I think, you know, it might just be bad luck. It got into one of them, so hopefully they got it sanitized out again, that they don't reinfect anybody else. So we're hoping they don't. Still Jarvis, I haven't heard of one case yet, so that's good. So we're good there. I did learn of another COVID victim. One of my customers, Fort Dodge area, and because of the COVID slowdown punching the shit out of the economy, their owners decided to shut their plant down. So that'll be about 50 or 60, 70 people, maybe more. And so the lady that buys my stuff, she called me up today. She says, "Hey, I got bad news." I was like, "Oh no." I was thinking, you know, somebody that we knew died, and it was no, there's not enough business, so they're shutting us down. And it's like, they're not just shutting her down like a furlough. They're like, she says, "I think it's permanent." So you know, and then it's like, "Oh, you know, I'm really sorry." I said, I know your pain. I've been through it myself. Exact same thing. One day we were a viable, you know, rolling industry, and the next we were, okay, what's your plan for the shutdown? And it's like, what things are you gonna do? And it ended up, it pretty well did everything. There was 2 or 3 of us that looked after the whole rig and got everything done, and they let the rest go down the road ahead of time, and we just said we got it and we don't need. Got me an extra 2 months work there, but so I felt her pain and what they were all going to be going through, and you know, gave my condolences and goodbyes and everything, and yeah, hung up the phone. That was it. So it's funny to see it from the other side, because I found out how the others felt when I gave them the call, because I was the guy that called them all and said, "Hey, we're closing. We're not coming back. And, you know, any orders that are outstanding, you know, get them in now for the end of the week. Invoice everything. And, you know, they'll pay the bill and we'll move on." And nice people. You know, the people that, you know, you work with and you talk to every day, and, you know, they got a problem and you try to help them out, and you try to get them what they need as fast as you can. And, you know, they're out there doing their job, and, you know, they call up and they're in a hurry and they want it, and, you know, we did our best and we worked together, and, you know, now you go, what was the rush? What were you killing yourself for? They don't care. They just, we're gone, you're gone. Same with mine. You used to stay and make sure the shit got done. The others walking out the door waving at you as you were going, and, you know, you made sure the place was going to run the next day with no help. And, you know, I got to stay to the last minute. I was the last guy out, so I took that as a compliment. And I took it as a compliment, you know, and it made me feel a little better, you know. It didn't sting as bad, and, you know, you get over it, especially when you find something better. You find out that you're going to be okay, and that was what I told the lady. I said, you know what? I said, I ended up, everything I went to after I left there, everything, it was better as I went, until I'm here where I'm going to be, till I get sick and tired and pack it in and say that's it, and we're done. So we'll see. We'll see when that is, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Man, lots of robins. They're everywhere. It's like, well, those are blackbirds, but the oldie is for sale. Oh, I forgot they got construction down here. Lake Erie. The beach looks good now. I mean, the water's a little cool though, still. We've had snow. Intermittent snow squalls for the last 4 days. And rain. And it never left a stitch of snow on the ground. It would just turn the grass white, and then within, you know, a couple of minutes it was gone. Getting the bike all dusty. Have to go to Memphis, get Memphis Mike to shine my bike. He's the pro. Got all these cuts in the road to put culverts through and drainage and stuff. There's probably more of them out there than you realize. Probably a few that should be there. These cottagers, and over the years put pipes in that nobody knew about. Dug them under the road. So yeah, we've had the bad news from the customer. They were a really good customer too, so we'll have to make do and move on. More time for everybody else, I guess. And dude, wrong side of the road. Wrong side of the road. So I never got the tire changed. I just had a BT 45 for the front, and just gonna try it, see how it is. If I don't like it, well, I'll tough it out and wear it out and go back to what I want. So it's too cold to work on it out there, and I mean, I'd have to warm it somehow, like the sunlight. I need the sunlight to warm it up. It needs to sit outside, get it heated right up so that I can get it to slip on. And you know, if I could find a dealer that was open that would put it on, I'd probably just run up and have it done, because I got to do the two. Now the rear one, I just got to pop the bead if I can get it opened up enough that I can get the other valve out and get the new one in, and then just let it pop back on the bead without actually removing the tire. I mean, that's probably what I'm going to try to do. So I got a balancer. I got two balancers, so I'll be able to get it balanced once I'm done, and I can move on. It's okay. I mean, the tire's still got rubber. It's just if it rained really hard, it'd be floating a little bit. Probably have a tendency to hydroplane on the straight. Leaning, it would be still have its tread characteristics to give itself some traction, but straight up it's pretty near bald in the center, so you can still see the tread, but it's very, very light. So it's down to or into the wear bar now. So if it hadn't have been for the shutdown, it would have been changed. Would have been changed already. That's funny. Trailer park, not supposed to be there, but all the lots are cut. The grass is nice, freshly mown. Wonder what's up with that. So Tony Reno, you're back on the road, man. All the shutdown over there. Good to see you're back up and running. Looking forward to some more videos. I like the 1400 RR video. Little zip before work. Know the feeling. Have Moto. He's on the same weather plane as I am. It does whatever I get, he gets a couple of days later. So I know he's been down with some bad, crappy weather, and probably this weekend we'll see some more videos out of him. At least one, anyway. And I was starting to investigate. Probably right after I render this video, I'll probably start the investigation into another target for travel on this side of the border, just for insurance sake, to the possibility that they don't open the border until like September or something. So if that's the case, then we'll be riding here as long as there's a motel to go to. And that is nice. So there's a few places that we could go. I mean, there's travel tips on Northern Ontario and out Ottawa way, East Coast. We can do it all on this side of the border. We can get to the East Coast by land. We don't have to go across the border to do it. We just, instead of going along the south side of Lake Ontario, we'd go along the north side, end up in Ottawa, Quebec, you know, your Montreal, Quebec City areas. We can do something up that way instead of traveling south, but that's all dependent on warm weather, and right now we're not getting that. So I mean, I'm fine on this with the suit, but I want the hot wired for Princess, same as I have, smaller size obviously, but that way watching this. That way everything's the same, the power cable's the same, I can run everything off of a similar place. I think I'm gonna find a decent power bar to put in, probably in the trunk, and run the power supplies from there. I think I'll use the, you know, and bring the power plug up through under the seat from that direction instead of from the battery and over and up. There's an awful lot of stuff all grounded to that one terminal on the battery. Everything else is powered by the power plug. It's the negative side that's got all the junk on it. So everything else is powered through relays and OEM type plugs. There's a few items in there that don't, so we'll probably bring them all up, use some heavier gauge to make the connections and up to the power block, and then whatever their gauge wire is back out again and do it that way, and then just have the ground cable on the ground cable. There's no need to have all that other stuff on there. They can have their own designated peg somewhere else. So there'll be the ground cable and one ground going to the power bar. Gonna need some gas. I know that I can go all the way from Dunnville to Jarvis while the little gas pump is lit. So once that goes on, I've got that far that I can run. Mind you, I was babying it pretty good because I thought for sure I was going to walk part of the way. She got me home. She got me to my gas can, and I topped her up and then went to the gas station. Oh, farmer been spreading the honey. Oh. Good thing Princess isn't here. She'd be barfing. So we'll get that all straightened around on the bike. I think it'll be a good addition to the electrical system. We got it all cleaned up under the hood. She looks pretty good under there. Everything looks like it was built for the bike, like right from the factory. All the OEM type plugs on it. Yeah, it's all good. So I think we'll head back up to the county road and take that to Dunnville. We'll go get some gas. Top this baby up. Lazy wind from the windmill, spinning pretty slow, which usually means good weather. Nothing blowing in right now anyway. Problem with coming this way is you end up heading back right at sundown, right into the sun. But we got 2 dark shields. We can tone her down quite a bit. Okay, we'll shut her down for a bit and we'll come back when we're on our way home. This will be Jarvisbiker saying back in a minute. Back in a minute. Oh, come on. You friggin' kidding me? So the remote was froze up, so I can't turn it off yet. Just electronics don't seem to like this bike. They'll work fine in the house, work there all day long. You put it on the bike and you go out, no, no way. For some reason that remote's not showing what it's supposed to be showing. Oh, it's alarming because the battery's dying. And I never brought the charging cable. Maybe I kept that other one in the trunk. We'll see when we get for gas. Nope, it's not gonna work. There we go. $20 to fill it. All right, let's rock. not hearing any sound coming out of my right earpiece, which is the one that I'm wondering whether this set of headphones has a bad wire in it or something. Maybe that's what's doing it, but hopefully there's sound there. For sure we're gonna get to check out the new headlights on this trip. We're not gonna get back before dark. Sinister looking. Angry. Back on number 3 highway. So this old folks home, I haven't heard anybody down here being sick. It's been there a while. Community supported that build. My grandfather ended his days down there. Wasn't a bad place, I don't think. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Looks like we're gonna have a good day tomorrow. Okay, so this is Jarvisbiker saying good night, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hope the audio is good.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Oh, SENA, you're so funny. Good night.